What's up, guys? Yugi Bros here. We're gonna do a replay of a match that I had against Amazons, where I played the tribal twister deck that I showed you guys recently. So they start off with the Amazon play, uh, and I pass because I bricked, and they swing in for damage. And I take all the damage. I don't know why the life point meter down there is weird. Like, if you take a little bit, it cuts it in half. I don't know, it's weird. Also, like, it won't show us our skills either. Like, they have Destiny Draw and I have Tribal Synergy. Um, as we're going here, we Windstorm. Obviously to do nothing with because we're still going to lose. Yeah, we bricked real hard. Don't worry, I didn't show you guys this because I brick and I lose. The next two games are great. We elected to not side, so we're just playing for fun here. But so this time we open Sword of Deep-Seated, Desert Twister, Egotist, and Sage. They do the standard Amazon. We reveal both. It doesn't do it on the replay here, but I'm using my skill to draw one because I revealed an Amazon and a Harpy. We're gonna Egotist out Sisters in Defense to play around the Windstorm. We're going to set the kunai, and then we're going to swing in for 100 damage since we are pumped by 3. So I'm just making a mental note of that with the counters. See, I took 100, but it cuts my life in half. But at least the number's correct. I don't know, it's weird. So they had the village. They summoned the sage. This is where we definitely have to flip kunai. We can't let this go through. Sage is the end-all be-all in these matchups. So now we're going to use the skills effect because we control a Harpy and an Amazon to draw 2. I'm going to set the Windstorm there. We're going to equip Sword to Sage so we can get some extra boost. Get over... Okay, they got the kunai. I played around the Windstorm. I just figured I'd keep Sage in attack mode, but played it too safe there. But we're fine. We got the Windstorm, so we're going to flip that to make sure that doesn't go through. And so what's really cool about this deck is that, like, in the Amazon matchup, it does a lot better than I thought it did. It gives this deck a lot. Like, you basically just play through their stuff. Alright, so he half shuts, but we're going to Sage the field spell, and that's going to be huge. So now we're going to swing into their other defense, which they're not going to get anything because the field's gone. Like, you basically just play the game of whittling them down until they have nothing, and then you go off. So this Sage is going to try to swing. We're going to kunai, because why wouldn't we? And now we are so high up in advantage that even if they pop the field, like the Twisters can come out, and we have another Swordswoman and another Harpy, and we can have the Harpy pump the Desert Twister if we needed it to do more damage. So they'll get the Amazon off village. We don't care. We'll take the damage. That's fine. We're going to swing in here. Pop this field spell, and then he uses his skill. Of course, you can't see it, right? To get the Amazon, or I should say she. I was playing against a girl. Sorry, Altera. So kill that, and then we just go in for that's it. So going to game 3. Like I said, we didn't side. We just did progressive games here. Just to, mess around, see how this can do on its own, this tribal thing. Sword of Deep-Seated, by the way, has an extra bonus ability being in here. This deck can deck out really quick because you can draw very fast with it. But what's cool is if you late game have Desert Twister up and you're popping back row in like the Amazon mirror match, every time you discard Sword goes to the top of your deck. Sword of Deep-Seated. So you can effectively keep it so that you're not going to deck out, and you could still play 20 cards without worrying about it. So they start with the Gauntlet. They have all the back row in the Amazon. We have our Harpies. We can't use our skill yet. We haven't hit an Amazon. But we'll Windstorm that. We got 3. We're fine. We can stall it out. Windstorm kunai. So again, we're like, if they have the Windstorm, they have the Windstorm. That's fine. We'll bait it. Otherwise, I would like to get extra damage there because we're in a situation where we need to switch over one or the other. Alright, so they draw Heirloom. That kind of sucks. Heirloom makes it so that you have to put 2 in attack mode against this deck. So we're going to kunai that, pump up Harpy Ladies. Harpy Lady 1. Pumping Harpy Lady 1 is pluses because she gives everything that's wind a boost. So here we get our draw 2 off our skill as we summon Sage. And we get the village, which is even better. We're going to have this swing into this. We're going to pop the heirloom because it didn't die, but the heirloom. Alright, so then she half shuts to save it. But we are so far ahead now that, like, the advantage, it's fine. They can summon the Sage. Okay, they're going to have 2 swing. That's fine. We got Windstorm. You know how we got. We opened 3. Or 2, or drew into the 3rd. I don't know. That'll swing into Sage. We'll take the damage. That's fine. We don't care. We get another Sage, so who cares? Thins the deck. Gives us exactly what we want still. So draw here. Now we'll use the hand skill since we haven't done that yet. Reveal an Amazon and a Harpy. Draw 1. Thins the deck. Gives us more options. We still got the Windstorm, so we can set that. But at this point, like, if they have Windstorm, they have Windstorm. Otherwise, we're going in here. All right, so it's a half shot. That's fine. Sage will still result popping Kunai, effectively giving once again. It whittles the deck down to a point where it can't really come back. All right, so they'll set Chainmaster. They can't really gain any advantage here. Like, cool, you're gonna pop that? That's fine. I'll summon Swordswoman now because I could summon the 3rd Sage, but I don't need it because you don't have the back row, so I'll save it for later game. Oh, we drew it. Okay, whatever. Now we go in. All of these in attack. Harpy's at 21. That's at 17 to the field. She's at 2250. Like, alright, so she's going to use Chainmaster's effect here, and that's going to be a little wonky for a second because there's no way to add it to her hand. So what I do is I put the other one down because she chose the Swordswoman. I'm going to give her that one. We're going to put this one in that spot. She accidentally hits the wrong button, so we got to do this again. We're going to put it in her Spill and Trap zone because we can't put it in her hand because if we hit the hand, it'll go to my hand. And she draws Swordswoman, so it's a little whatever. Like, I don't know how you're going to come back from this anyway, so she sets it. We draw Kunai. Not that we need it, but let's just set it just because. Swing. We get it. Swing. Game. So that's that matchup in a nutshell. The tribal deck is really cool. I didn't expect it to have such a killer Amazon matchup that it does. But I will play some other replays for you guys too, so you can see how it does against Blue Eyes. But yeah, against Amazon, it's pretty strong, and we don't do sided matches here, but I'll definitely try to get some sided matches up for you guys as well. I do mess with the deck a little bit more. The build changes a little bit, I think a few duels from now, in another replay. So when I upload the next replay, I'll show you guys the list ahead of time so you know what you're looking at going into that duel. But guys, as always, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, check out our Patreon in the description, and we'll see you later.